Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me today on the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. So today we've got something fun, new to the market as of about October, middle part of October of 2020. From Phenomenal Spirits, this is what they're calling their Ry3 Whiskey. So what is it? Well, I'm glad you asked. This is going to be a blend of 3 different or distinct mash bills. So what the 3 are is, so one of them is going to be a 95.5 rye from MGP. Another one is going to be an Alberta Rye or a 100% Alberta Rye. And the third is going to be a 12-year light whiskey. So a very, very interesting, different, unique blend. And then all of that then finished in their Ron Izalco Rum Casks. So something, again, different, unique. You don't see a lot of this kind of mash bill that's then finished in a rum cask. So I was very excited. We did a live stream not long ago with Kartik and Matt from Phenomenal Spirits. So I'll have that linked above if you want to check that out. But so what is this? So again, blend of 3 different mash bills. I just went over all of those. Proof on this is going to be 100 proof or 50% ABV. Non-age stated, and the MSRP is going to be right around that $55 price point. So I would say for something that's different, unique, very unique actually, with the blend of the different 3 different mash bills, and then it being finished in the Ron Izalco rum casks, of which again is all part of the Phenomenal Spirits umbrella, so to speak. So why don't we go ahead and kind of get into the review? I was very excited to eventually or finally get into this. And I just wanted to be able to get this out to you guys to truly understand how different, unique, and really enjoyable this whiskey is going to be. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into the review. So as you can see, kind of color-wise, you know, it's kind of a lightish gold type of color. Not a ton of color on it. Again, you've got a blend of 3 different whiskeys. Again, the 100% Alberta Rye, the 95.5 MGP, and the 12-year light whiskey. So again, you know, light whiskeys, they can bring an awful lot of flavor, you know, to a whiskey. So Matt, who is their master blender for Phenomenal Spirits, does an incredible job with the blending. So I think you'll see as we go through today's video, you know, kind of really how it all really kind of shakes out. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into the nose here. So for me right away, which has kind of been typical as I've kind of, you know, worked through the bottle, is I get this really nice green apple note right away. Really nice kind of sweet rye note that's there. A little bit of black pepper on this as well. Now here's kind of where some of the rum influence with the molasses, that starts to kind of come through a little bit. And even something I don't get on a lot of whiskeys is this tropical fruit. So I think this is going to be, again, where the blending of those 3 you know, different and unique mash bills combined with the finishing aspect of the rum are all really starting to mingle really well to kind of create this unique kind of nosing profile. But yeah, really nice and tropical, very almost like just tropical fruit all kind of put together. It's not anything necessarily distinct, but you start to get, I guess, if you're kind of pulling out some of the tropical fruits, more along the lines of like a pineapple, even some banana, maybe a little bit of mango, but it's very tropical when you're thinking of it from that standpoint. Even a little bit of like a red licorice or like a star anise, something along those lines. And something I almost never get on anything is a touch of like a green bell pepper, actually combined with a little bit of just a black pepper that's there, but a little bit of that green bell pepper note on it. Nice mint note. The mint has really started to kind of come out a little bit more as it's opened up. I've let this sit out for maybe about 10 minutes prior to the video. However, it's probably not going to make a huge difference now. I've had this bottle open for upwards of a month and a half as of the recording of this, so it's been given plenty of airtime. Man, not even, maybe a slight touch of dill, but nothing that's overpowering at all, which is something that I'm a fan of not getting in a whiskey, is that dill aspect. Much more mint on this. Again, nice vanilla notes that are there. A little bit of that char or the barrel influence, but that rum and tropical fruit is really kind of starting to take over. A little bit of that sweet molasses. It's a really nice nose on this one. So more importantly, let's see how this one tastes. Cheers. First, you get punched with that really nice, sweet rye aspect that's there, followed by a little bit of that hug that's there. So there's a little bit of heat on it, even at 100 proof. I would say the secondary or third thing I noticed right away is it coats the mouth really well. There's some viscosity, there's that creaminess that's there to it. That lingering rye spice that's on this one. The tropical fruits really start to kind of shine a lot on this. And again, I think this has a lot to do with just the blend that Matt put together with all of those mash bills, and then it being finished in those Ron Izalco rum casks. It's a really nice blend so far. Yeah, nice brown sugars on this. Rum really starts to kind of shine through. It's not overdone by any means. It's not like a whiskey that's had a bunch of rum just poured into it. It's not that. There's that subtle influence that's there, but it does let you know there's that finishing aspect to it. Really nice kind of sweet oak on this, that sweet rye that's there. Again, that nice kind of brown sugar note. Maybe even a slight amount of tobacco on this as well. More of maybe a sweeter kind of tobacco. Nice vanilla notes there. But it's very, I would say, tropical from the standpoint of not, again, it being overdone. What I would say is the balance of this between the 3 mash bills and the finishing in the rum casks was done fantastically. They really did a nice job with putting this one together to really create something different and unique. And I think a lot of people are going to be very happy and pleased once you give this one a try. And I think, again, I've told both of them how good of a job I think they've really done with this. So again, it's a really nice finished whiskey, period. So I hope everybody has an opportunity at some point to kind of get their hands on it. And again, I'll have all the links in the description below to not only find the whiskey, but both of their rums. The rum is a 10-year rum, and their other one is a 15-year rum. Both completely different of each other, but they offer a significant profile and experience for both. The 10-year, more on the sweeter side, I would say, a typical kind of rum. The 15-year really starts to get rich, deep, complex. It offers an awful lot. It's probably more of a transition for a lot of bourbon drinkers to have the 15 because it holds up just with the complexity that's there. So shifting back to the Rye 3 specifically, finish-wise, I'd say is probably on the medium side. Again, you're still left with that lingering spice that's there, the nice tropical fruit, a little bit of oak still there on it. That molasses is there. Again, some of that green apple as well. Yeah, the rum influence you can really see is there, especially when you kind of take a little pause in between sips. Each sip becomes very, almost different and unique. So this thing takes you on, it's kind of a cool journey in terms of what the profile of this is and how it kind of evolves, and as you sip on it, what it really kind of has to offer throughout. So it's something I'm very excited for the brand and what it is they're doing, what they're offering, all of those things. So if you can get it, you know, look for it. Again, I'll have all the links in the description below as to where you can find this, their rums, all of that. So I would say give this a buy recommendation. I've had both of the rums. Both of the rums are absolutely fantastic as well. So what Phenomenal Spirits is doing, you know, they get an A from me. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for tuning into another one of my reviews. I greatly appreciate you tuning in and all of your support. If you'd like to follow me, you can on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of those places at My Bourbon Journey. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can through my Patreon page, which I'll have linked in the description below. So again, with that being said, thank you so much again for joining me today on the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. And as always, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers.